Every morning, millions of people around the world open a jar, pick up a spoon, and spread Nutella on their toast, pancakes, or bread. It is one of the most recognized jars on the planet, and it has been sitting in kitchen cupboards for decades. But here is something interesting. Almost everyone has eaten Nutella at some point in their life, yet almost nobody knows what actually goes into making it, or what happens inside the factory before that jar reaches you. Today, we are going to change that. We are going inside the factory, and we are going to follow the entire journey, step by step, from a raw hazelnut all the way to a perfectly sealed jar sitting on a supermarket shelf. It all starts long before a single jar gets filled. Every day, large tanker trucks and freight containers deliver ingredients to the Ferrero factory. We are talking about hazelnuts, cocoa powder, skim milk powder, sugar, palm oil, and vanilla flavoring, all arriving in massive quantities. But here's the thing. Before any of these ingredients are allowed to enter the production floor, the quality control team gets to work. They pull samples from every single incoming batch and run a full set of tests. They check moisture levels, fat content, particle size, and microbial contamination. Nothing gets waved through. At the original Ferrero factory in Alba, Italy, they produce over 400,000 kilograms of Nutella every single day. At that kind of volume, even one bad batch of hazelnuts can affect tens of thousands of finished jars. So the checks at the gate are not just a formality, they are the very first and most important line of defense in the entire process. Now let's talk about the ingredient that matters most, the hazelnut. Of everything that goes into Nutella, this is the one that defines it. Ferrero uses a specific variety called Tonda Gentile, grown mainly in the Langhe region of northern Italy and in Turkey. These particular nuts are chosen for a reason. They have a naturally higher fat content than most other hazelnut varieties, and that fat is exactly what gives the final spread its smooth, rich, creamy consistency. Once a batch is approved, the hazelnuts move into the roasting section. They go into large rotating drum roasters and are roasted at temperatures between 130 and 150 degrees Celsius. This does a few important things. It activates the natural oils inside the nut, develops the deep roasted flavor compounds, and dries out the thin papery skin on the outside. After roasting, a de-skinning machine uses air jets and rubber rollers to strip away that skin completely. Any nut that still has even a trace of skin on it gets rejected and removed. The reason is simple. Leftover skin introduces bitterness into the paste, and bitterness is something Nutella cannot afford to have. With the hazelnuts roasted and cleaned, they are ready for grinding. They move into industrial nut mills fitted with heavy stone or steel rollers that apply thousands of kilograms of pressure. The nuts pass through these rollers multiple times. With each pass, the cell walls break down further, more natural oils are released, and the texture gets progressively smoother. To give you a sense of the pressure involved, imagine the full weight of a passenger car pressing down on a surface no bigger than your hand. That is roughly the kind of force being applied here, and that is what transforms a solid roasted nut into a smooth, thick, pourable paste in under 60 seconds. The result is hazelnut paste, dark, intensely aromatic, and incredibly rich. But hazelnut paste on its own is not Nutella. The next stage is where the full recipe comes together. Inside large temperature-controlled mixing tanks, some of them holding several thousand kilograms at a time, the hazelnut paste is combined with the other ingredients in a very specific sequence. First comes powdered sugar, which makes up roughly 57% of the finished product by weight. It provides sweetness, adds body to the spread, and plays a role in controlling shelf stability. Next, palm oil is added. Palm oil adjusts the texture of the spread and, critically, it keeps the product from separating at room temperature, which is what gives Nutella that consistent, ready-to-spread texture every time you open a jar. After that, cocoa powder goes in. This is what gives Nutella its deep brown color and its chocolate flavor. And finally, skim milk powder and vanilla extract are blended in, contributing a subtle dairy note and rounding out the overall flavor profile. Every single ingredient in this mix is weighed to the gram. A deviation of even 0.5% in any one ingredient can shift the texture, change the flavor balance, or affect how long the product stays fresh on the shelf. Now we come to what is arguably the most important step in the entire process, refining. And this is the step that most people never hear about, but it is exactly what separates a jar of Nutella from any hazelnut spread you could make at home. The blended mixture is fed through a series of high-precision refining machines fitted with steel rollers running at different speeds. As the paste moves through the rollers, it gets sheared and compressed repeatedly. The goal of this step is to reduce the particle size of every solid ingredient, the cocoa, the sugar, and the milk powder, to below 20 microns. Just to put that in perspective, a single human hair is about 70 microns wide. Below 20 microns, the human tongue simply cannot detect individual particles anymore. What that means in practice is that the spread goes from feeling slightly gritty or rough on your tongue to feeling completely and perfectly smooth, almost like velvet. This transformation happens over multiple passes through the refiner, and the particle size is continuously monitored with precision analyzers throughout. After refining comes conching, a process that Ferrero borrowed directly from chocolate manufacturing. The paste goes into large heated tanks fitted with rotating paddles, and it is mixed continuously at temperatures between 40 and 50 degrees Celsius for several hours. Conching achieves two important things. First, any remaining moisture and volatile acids in the paste are slowly evaporated, which removes sharp or harsh notes from the flavor and makes the overall taste much cleaner. Second, the continuous mixing coats every fine particle in a thin layer of fat, which further improves the mouthfeel and helps the spread release its flavor more evenly when you eat it. By the time conching is finished, the paste has been completely transformed. It goes from a dense, slightly rough mixture into a warm, glossy, smooth, pourable liquid. And that liquid is the final Nutella base, ready for the filling line. Empty jars arrive at the factory pre-manufactured and are inspected for cracks or any signs of contamination before they enter the filling section. Once cleared, the jars move on to the filling line, and this is where things get impressively fast. In modern Ferrero facilities, a single filling line can fill and seal more than 600 jars every single minute. The Nutella base is held at around 40 degrees Celsius to keep it fluid and easy to pour. Precision volumetric fillers deposit an exact gram weight of product into each jar with every cycle. Immediately after filling, every jar passes under a sensor that checks the fill level. If any jar comes in even slightly underweight, even by just a few grams, it is automatically diverted off the line. Then the lid goes on, applied by a torque-controlled capping machine that seals the jar to a precise tightness, firm enough to block oxygen from getting in, but not so tight that you need a tool to open it at home. From there, sealed jars move through the labeling section where pressure-sensitive labels are applied to the front, back, and neck of each jar. The best before date and batch code are laser printed directly onto the base of every jar for full traceability. Then the jars pass through an automated inspection system that combines weight check weighers, high-resolution vision cameras, and X-ray scanners. The cameras verify label placement and check the physical integrity of each jar. The X-ray scanner looks for any foreign material that might have ended up inside a closed jar. If anything flags a fault at any point in this system, the jar is immediately rejected and pulled from the line. And on top of all of this automation, human quality auditors are pulling jars off the line every 30 minutes, opening them, and physically checking the color, texture, aroma, and spread consistency against the established master standard. Approved jars are then grouped and packed into cardboard cartons, which are sealed, stacked onto pallets by robotic systems, and wrapped in stretch film to keep everything stable during shipping. The finished pallets move into temperature-controlled warehouses held at 18 to 20 degrees Celsius. This is the specific range at which Nutella maintains its ideal spreadability. From the warehouse, they go to distribution centers, and from there to supermarkets in over 170 countries around the world. Every single jar, whether it ends up on a shelf in Italy, in Pakistan, in Brazil, or in Australia, was made to the exact same specification, following the exact same process with the exact same ingredients. And that is the complete journey of Nutella inside the factory. From a raw hazelnut being loaded into a roasting drum, all the way to a smooth sealed jar ready for your kitchen, it is a process built on precision, consistency, and a level of engineering that most people never think about when they are spreading it on their morning toast. Now I want to hear from you. Do you eat Nutella straight from the jar with a spoon? Or do you actually put it on something? Let me know in the comments below. This is Food MFG Lab. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.